any more beautiful for a race than here at Southern California's Auto Club Raceway. Hi everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing for tonight's Custom Cup Pro Series. I am your host, Crusader, with my good friends and colleagues, Sparkalicious and One McCarthy, with in-car reporters tonight tuning in with us. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight yet again on an absolutely fantastic evening. We should be in for quite a treat here. So, Sparkalicious, give me the rundown, and McCarthy, give me how many field of drivers we have in this incredible racetrack.
Yeah, Spark, I'll let you go ahead and take it first, sir.
All right, okay, so here is the stats for the Auto Club Raceway tonight, a nice little 2-mile racetrack we have here. Tonight, stage 1 will be 14 laps. Stage 2 will be only a dozen laps of 12. Final stage will be a critical 18 laps. Fuel run, 22 laps tonight. So we'll see how everybody can manage the racetrack here tonight. And here is McCarthy with our lineup.
Guys, we've got a pretty big field tonight. We've got 21 cars in this field tonight, so it's going to be a stacked field from front to back. Starting off, not in any order yet because as qualifying is still going underway, so positions are still changing at the current moment. We've got Deadpool in the number 18. We've got Dial in the number 12. We've got Dirt in the number 6. We've got Dr. Robbie Bobby in the number 96. Dylan in the number 9. El Blanco in the 00. We've got Grand Prix in the number 19. Atkins in the 14. JKR in the number 2. JR in the number 36. King Joey himself in the number 88. Matt BW in the number 22. We got Mr. Milk Duds himself in the 48. No Pit Pendle in the number 42. Excuse me, guys. We've got Pottles in the number 4. Archon, our in-race reporter, in the number 21. Robbie Vids in the number 37. Rowdy in the number 95. K Taddy in the number 32. Dr. Squash Thunder himself in the number 24. And Young Racing in the 43.
An elite field of drivers tonight. This is PTM's best at its finest, and on what my opinion is a great racetrack to put them on. Auto Club's Raceway is Speedway is one of the best tracks in my opinion in California for a multitude of reasons. But one thing I love about this track, and I think you guys can agree with me, is that there's no single line that you have to run here to be fast. There's multiple lines that will make you good, and for these Custom Cup drivers, I think that's really going to play to their advantage.
Yeah, definitely, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go 4 and almost 5 wide.
It's definitely a track that you can do it on, so it will definitely be interesting to see how all this will go down tonight as we get ready for the queue tonight. Guys, who do you think is going to be your pick tonight to win, and who would you think looks to be the favorite?
It's a tough one.
I don't think we have tough one as a driver in our field there, bud.
That's just a tough one to pick because there are so many good people here, and whoever utilizes the draft here pretty well. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go with the King. I'm gonna go with King Joey tonight.
King Joey, wow, all right.
Well, guys, I just qualifying just ended. It looks like Dial's on the pole, and Dr. Squash himself, Thunderfunk, is lining up outside front row.
What do you know? Speaking of Dr. Squatch himself, last night, right as we went off the air and we were talking about that race and all that, he did tell me flat out that he does not want me to pick him to win. He told me pick him to be in dead last place. So, Mr. Squatch, I'm going to do as you ask. I'm going to pick you to be in dead last. So, don't disappoint me tonight, please.
So Crusader, that's your pick tonight for you?
Well, I guess, because that's what he told me to do and say. So, I would say, honestly, like, there's a multitude of drivers here that could be great. I know Paulos is very fast and strong on this one. Archon's a tough player, and it's going to be great to have him in our booth and be able to talk about that. But I also think one of the lone favorites that a lot of people know very well and have ever seen him race on Auto Club, Dial, has been a key competitor and one of the toughest drivers to beat on this track. So I think he's a guy to look out for, but I'm going to stick to my word, and I'm going to go with Dr. Squatch to either be in dead last or in first place. But he told me he was telling me to tell him to go dead last. So for the viewers out there, that's what I was told. I'm just going to stick to my vote.
Well, I mean, based off of here, guys, what I'm looking at, I mean, with Dial on the front row, Thunder on the front row, Pottles on the inside second row, Dylan on the outside second row, I'm gonna go with Pottles.
You're gonna go with Pottles. All right. So looks like we got Thunderfunk, Pottles, and Spark. You gotta remind me who you're doing tonight.
The King.
Oh, that's right,
of
King Joey. King of Joey. All right. Well, we're all live and ready to go here, folks. I hope the fans out there are getting comfortable and getting all settled in here. We're definitely in for a wild night of racing, and some good action to say the least. So I think, honestly, there's one thing, though, that a lot of people are forgetting is how long do these guys race? So can one of you guys please look up how many we have tonight that are going to be running these laps, or how many laps they're going to be running tonight?
Let's see. It looks like we're going to be running about 50 laps, it looks like, all together. Based on what I can see.
I'll say, Spark, you got better math calculations than I do.
I think our good friend Ken from the Truck Series, he's thinking that I now have the nickname Crusader the Accelerator. I told him flat out, no, if I ever get a nickname, it better be Motor Mouth or Motorhead, because I run my mouth so much that it's not even funny. But thanks anyway, Ken.
If the name fits, right? I mean, you gotta pick a name that fits with you.
Yeah, maybe, but not right now. Don't worry, folks. We are going live here in just a little bit. We're just waiting for We're waiting for the drivers to get all settled in. Currently, they are finishing up on qualifying. We will be going to the racetrack here in just a moment, as we are here in the booth right now. Of course, 6 feet apart, because right now I really don't want McCarthy yelling or cussing at me about last night beating her out. And I know Sparkalicious is probably still holding a grudge at me for running that one. So.
For that illegal truck you ran last night.
Hey, wait a minute. I did not run an illegal truck. I ran a perfectly fine truck. I did not do anything special to that thing. I just ran what I ran, man.
I know. I just gotta give you some kind of hecticness, right?
Exactly. All right, guys, we're going live here. All right, guys, it's time to join in live right now with our drivers and our friends here. Let's go live to the track. That may have been the smoothest transition I think I've ever had in this thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got a few people still shaking their fist at me, too, apparently, in the comments section. So, anyway, enough about me, guys. We got the elite field of drivers here, so let's go ahead to the track here and see how these top-tier drivers do on this very easy but tricky track, to say the least. And the green flag flies high in the air. Pedal to the metal here, boys and girls. Dial will lead them as Dr. Squatch will be side by side with him, with Pottles and Dylan right behind him.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about Dial. Dial was pretty fast here. He was fast here, I know, in Xfinity cars before, and in Cup. So it's going to be interesting to see if anybody does have anything for him here. But he's going to be deadly fast.
Deadly fast, and there's one thing we know about Deadly. It's definitely one of our reporters right now, Mr. Archon himself. He's currently still trying to find a way back in the back of the pack here. Meanwhile, Dial leads the pack, shows them the way, while everyone else tries to figure out how to catch up to him.
It's getting a little crazy back here in about 5th spot or so. Pottle's in the middle of almost 3 wide there. Got the 36 car right behind her. Oh, shoved up there a little bit, but everybody keeps it straight as they come off turn 2.
Good driving on all ends so far as Thunderfunk and Pottles battle it out a little bit here. Dylan and Dial now going to rage war for the first place spot. So a battle for first and third. Early on, they're showing where they're going to hit their lines and showing their draft, but no one seems to have a clear advantage yet. It's early though, so anything can happen.
Guys, looking at Archon, notice in these corners, he's going to the very far top line. He's high, wide, and handsome, as we call it up there. He's almost in no man's land, but I think he's going to make it work here in the next couple laps, looks like.
You can definitely get some momentum up there on that high line. If you can hang it up there, you can really get off the corners and get a good run down the back stretch and down the front stretch here. So it's not a bad place to go.
We get a good look up here as number 37 Serenity RCN here, currently working his way in the back. As we go up front, Dylan now has taken the lead from Dial, but Dial still down low right there trying to hold him off. As now Pottles tries to get around him as she made a move around Thunderfunk. Thunderfunk also trying to get in there. Side by side going down the front straightaway here, folks. This is incredible driving from all ends here. One after another trying to get the lead, trying to overtake each other. No one seems to have a clear advantage, though, here.
Oh, we're 3 wide guys back here with King and JR and the 37. We're 3 wide back here. This is nuts.
Yeah, it's a mess back here. Yeah, you're right. And I just got on board here with El Blanco in the 42. He's one of the newer drivers here tonight, making his first start in the series, and he's right in the middle of that hornet's nest right now.
A big welcome to El Blanco, although I think he's actually running the 00 if I saw the scoreboard right. We got a little bit of 3 wide action coming down the front straight, almost 4 wide going in. These guys are just hammering the throttle right now, just trying to get past one another, but again, it is early, so you got to wonder how much are they abusing those tires.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get them while they can, while the tires are still fresh, because once those tires fall off, it's kind of just maintain where you're at until you can get them fresh rubbers.
We get a good look here at No Pit Pendle, one of the fastest drivers on our circuit. Beating him, to me, is like actually outrunning an entire field of elite drivers. He is one of the toughest out here to beat. Keep your eye out for him in this race, but again, right now, up top 4, it's currently still a battle for the lead between Dylan, Pottles, Thunderfunk, and Mr. Dial himself. They are currently side by side trying to find a way around each other as Dylan now leads the pack here with Pottles the outside, Dial down low, and now Thunderfunk trying to get his way in there. Might go 3 wide coming down the back straightaway here.
My goodness, yeah. I tell you what, I'm pretty impressed with Thunder there. Thunder's doing a pretty good job up there.
Oh, we got problems. Dr. Robbie Bobby's around in the backstretch, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, I just caught him out there. He was going really loose off the turn. He has unfortunately spun out in the backstretch there. Tough break for Robbie Bobby there. He just can't seem to catch a break when he is on these tracks.
It's a straight back going again. Just going to have to hope that we get close to the end of the stage here, he'll be able to get caught back up.
Currently, they are just now finishing up after lap 7. They're coming down the back straightaway here. Still a battle for first between 3 drivers currently, Pottles, Dial, and Dylan. And now Dial looking to try to get to the inside line, trying to move around Pottles. Not giving any room though. Pottles downward into the turn there as Dial and Pottles wage war for second place. As Dylan just kindly and honestly, I would say comfortably right now, he's staying up there.
Guys, I think Arcom may have found a little drafting buddy in King Joey himself. They're making that highline work slowly but surely, I'm noticing.
Indeed.
Push their way up there.
Getting on board here with Dial here. Just Pottles right into the wall. She lost big trouble for her. She is.
Oh God, no! Oh goodness!
Oh no!
Oh, good size of the field got taken out there. I'm not sure what happened there on Pottles' end. She looked like she had the run, and then all of a sudden into the back stretch just turned in and out. They're going to caution here, folks. The flagman has called the caution. Looks like he has his binoculars on this time.
Looks like she hit the wall coming off turn 2, and then she looked like she tried to save it, got loose on her and overcorrected, got in the wall and spun around, and then it was just yikes after that.
I believe at one point you said yowzers at one point. I think at that point I wouldn't be saying yowzers. I'd have been saying jinkies. That must have sucked.
Guys, is Patty running his Scooby-Doo scheme? Is that why we're all...
I don't know. No, he ain't running his Scooby-Doo scheme, unfortunately. Taddy, you gotta bring that Scooby-Doo machine back for us, man. We love that thing. All right, flagman waiting as the drivers wait for the flagman. The green flag high in the air yet again. The restart to finish out stage 1. Here we go.
We got a 3-lap shootout, guys. Finish stage 1. Who's it going to be to carry out stage 1 to get them all famous, all needed bonus points?
Those bonus points will do you a lot here. Right now, Serenity, RCN, Taddy in the 32 and the number 14 right now. They're battling it out side by side as Dial tries to dial up his own number to the OG Dylan. Dylan currently maintaining position, holding him off. Great racing from everybody here as they go side by side. Almost 3, they're going 3 wide down the front straightaway here. They're bracing it to the extreme here, just trying to get around one another. But you got to be careful because this is early on, folks.
Look how down into turn one. Dylan's still with the lead, but Dial working up in the middle groove there, trying to get a run on him coming off turn two.
Oh, K-Taddy was right behind Thunder, giving him some push, and they just kind of bailed out on him, guys.
Look at this here. We're going on board here with the rear view of Dial here, and you can see that he's just maintaining a good position on the bottom line, trying to work Dylan, but Dylan right now holds the line perfectly, keeping a good distance as the rest of the field tries to straighten up and keep it at a good distance here. But right now, Dial is just trying to find that little opening if the OG will give it to him. And Thunder sees an opening. He's going down low, trying to make it work. Oh, didn't quite get it there. He's going to try to get the draft off K-Taddy in the 32. Gets a little push and pushes forward against Dial. Going down the back straightaway here, folks.
Oh!
As I say that, I just jinxed old Thunder Funk. I'm sorry, buddy.
I was gonna say
But in all honesty, he did tell me he wanted to finish. He said he was going to finish last, so he told me to tell everyone that. So that's his own fault.
hey, you know, but on his looking at this screen, though, guys, he made a remarkable save to keep it, you know, in the top five.
He really did. As the stage ends right there, folks, Dylan will take that bonus point from stage one. Dial closely following behind. The number 14, I'm not sure on that one. I'm still remembering numbers here, folks. Number 14.
The 14 is Atkins.
J.D. Atkins, what do you know? He's been fighting in there. He used to run the 42 a lot, so that's why I say that. We get a good look at all our drivers here. Young RCN in the 43, Naughty Milk Duds in the 48, G Pre in the 19. Remember last week he was in there to the end. Deadpool making a return as well. Remember Las Vegas, he was a shootout from the rear to the front. He was definitely moving it that night. Rowdy Silver's in the number 95. Of course, we've seen Dial and Thunderfunk, the Poddles, the Throttle, Serenity RCN and JR in the number 36, and of course, No Pit Pendle and K-Taddy. Alright, guys, we're going to go back green here in just a moment. Drivers all waiting for the green flag here. Keep it tight, keep it tight. Green flag high in the air. Let's go racing.
Oh, Dial is hugging that door.
I feel like he's trying to find a move. He's trying to find a moment there to get around these guys, but just not quite getting it yet.
Maybe he's trying to use that side draft to, maybe use that side draft trying to pull old Dylan back to him and get the runoff off two, but it didn't work.
Little 3-wide action down the back straightaway here has Deadpool 4-wide going down the back stretch. J.D. Atkins and the number 14 is in there as well. They will clear it out as Deadpool makes his move around. Thunderfunk and the number 24 trying to get around them as well. Poddle's now fighting back after that crash and the back stretch early on. She has been making some moves. Anybody's race here, folks. Quite the driving from everybody. Good look at El Blanco there, brand new driver as well. Be sure to keep an eye out on him. He is definitely one of the favorite racers in the entire leagues of NASCAR, so be careful of him, folks. He will be a player someday. So we get another look at our Serenity RCN here as well. Side by side, these guys are just holding these lines, guys. Look at this.
Yeah, this looks like a fast-speed pace lap, guys. I mean, this is remarkable.
Indeed, indeed. They just don't want to quit. As we go 3-wide up here for the lead here, Dylan has company. He's trying to defend off Dial, and it looks like the number 14, or that's not number 14, I think that's K-Taddy, number 32. Yep, he's trying to defend him off, as well as Deadpool making his rounds up to the top spot here. It is a battle, to say the least here.
Yeah, I was just about to say about Deadpool and the Snickers car. He kind of snuck up in there. Now he's getting a run up into the top five, but now he's getting overtaken by Serenity and J.D. Atkins and just about every other car in the field at this moment.
They're going to go 3-wide yet again, coming down turn 3 and 4. Oh, look at this. Maybe a little 4-wide action there. Dylan sees it back there. He's got to be happy they're doing this.
Sorry, guys. We had, looks like G Pre and the number 6 and Piles kind of banged doors a little bit coming off of 4.
G Pre, I think actually is driving the number 19. I think number 6. I can't remember who's all numbers here. It seems like when we get these numbers down, it's always in the last part of the season. Oh, big Poddles! Poddles is out. RCN's in trouble.
Poddles.
The Rattlesnake Archon gets a big lick out of that as well.
Serenity is in it there in the 37. He's going to get the worst of it as he's going to go all the way to the back of the field.
They are not going to call the caution here, folks. We are still green as they now just pass through lap 5 into lap 5. Excuse me. of 12 now. So and still hard-fought battle between everybody here. It's hard to say who's going to get it, as yet again they're going to go 3 wide back in the pack.
6th car, by the way, is Dirt GBX.
Oh, Dial goes down.
Uh-oh.
Dial just went into the back stretch there. Very unusual from a driver of Dial on this track of all things. One of his favorite tracks. He told me earlier he loves running this track.
Yeah, guys, I just switched to his onboard, and he got a little squirrely coming out of 2 there.
Man, oh man, tough break for him. Yeah, it's just got to be heartbreaking on his end. As you see, there's a battle right now up front. Look at this. Dr. Squatch has been called into the office, and he's trying to tell the OG, you need some work done, so let me fix that, as he's trying to get ahead around him. Not quite able to do it out of turn 2. Trying to go side by side yet again down the back straightaway, working that draft and working the line, trying to take away the bottom line from Dylan. Is he going to be successful here?
Oh, slide job coming maybe.
Side job down low. Thunderfunk holds the line. Dylan up high. Ooh.
Got it.
He got it indeed. Dr. Squatch has taken the lead for the very first time in the Cup Series this season. And now if he can get a win off this tonight, man, would that be a big monkey off his back.
Wow.
Dylan.
All right, Thunder. Go, man, go.
I picked him, so there's that.
I think we're all definitely, oh no!
Uh-oh, problems. Oh, it's no Pit Pendle and El Blanco.
Oh no, Pendle just took out 96 to Bobby. Oh no.
Oh,
That's calling the caution. Caution is out. The flagman yet again has found his binoculars and called it right when he's seen it.
Woo.
Yeah, Dirt
Guys,
GB.
and Thunder just lost the lead before that caution came back out.
Oh man, that's gotta stink.
Maybe, depends on, it depends, starting on that high line might be a bonus, but, if he likes that bottom line, it may not be a bonus then.
Indeed. Well, guys, we need real quick in the comments section. We want to say thank you to Ken or Moldy Interiors. You see on the racetrack, Hoffy and our good friend Mr. Archon. He's currently on the track. I don't know why he's texting in the comment section. And then we got Mama Squatch, or Mama Funk, as I've been told to call her. But it's good to hear from you again and good to see you. So yeah, Mama Funk, your boy's in there. He's still battling, but he's got a way to go here as we're getting ready to finish out stage 2. And look who just came up front.
The rattlesnake is at the point.
How many times have we said it before where this rattlesnake just never seems to go down? Even when you put your foot to the pedal and to the metal, he just seems to slither out of that thing and just strike you with every bit of force he's got. As he takes the lead away from Thunderfunk down in the front back stretch here. They are going to go side by side, little 3 wide action going down the back stretch.
Oh. Deadpool and the one got him in the Snickers car. Where did he come from?
He's pulling a Las Vegas over here. He's just sneaking his way up. 4 wide coming down. Turn 3 and 4 here, folks. Look at this 5 wide coming down. You've got to be kidding me. Wow.
They're still 4 wide, guys.
The battle is up for the lead right now. Thunderfunk is dueling with Dylan and Deadpool in the number 18. It is still a battle to the end here as we're going down the final lap of stage 2. Dylan making a move down the inside here, trying to get around Thunderfunk on the back stretch. Can he get the run? Deadpool now trying to get the draft as well. Thunderfunk into turn 3, coming into 4. Can he hold him off here, coming down turn 3 and 4? We may go 3 wide yet again. Deadpool to this outside. Dylan now moving in. Oh, Thunderfunk down low. Who's going to get it at the finish? And Thunderfunk will get stage 2 with Deadpool and Dylan right behind it. You got to be kidding me. What a race right there, folks. Wow.
Guys, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired now.
You're tired, man. Imagine being the cameraman right now, man. I'm trying to figure out how they're working all these cameras in there. This is incredible.
I know. Can you guys imagine if the first 2 stages was like this? What's the end of the race gonna be like, guys? I mean, this is.
Oh, I don't want to have a heart attack, all right. I'm trying to just get through this race as it is. Like, Vegas was crazy enough when that happened. That was incredible racing, to say the least, though, from everybody there. Thunderfunk, Dylan, and Dial. What a tremendous final lap there. And everybody that held that 5 wide stance, we salute you. That was an incredible move there on you guys. Great racing, to say the least. This is why PTM has some of the best drivers, some of the best racing you will ever see. If you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed already, you better be sure to do so. You don't know what you're missing out on. As the green flag flies high in the air one more time, Stage 3 is coming down, presented by Dirt Track In and Courtesy Chrysler and Jeep out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we got a new guy up front now. Now Rowdy Silvers in the 95 era is now out in front.
Hot Rod, Rowdy Silvers, he is up there now. He's going to try to push his ticket to the dance. Remember, guys, we're getting later into the season. This is now where points of stages and the fastest, slowest, and the main race are going to matter for these points, guys. They need to start making some moves and making them now. This is where the racing really picks up and gets good.
Yeah, definitely, Crusader, because you said about the points. I believe last I looked, from first back to 6th or 7th was less than 10-point spread. So, I mean, one bad race can really affect these guys in points.
One bad race will do you, but as I say that, we're going 3 wide yet again, coming out of 1 and 2 there. It's just incredible. These guys are holding that line so well. Look at this here, folks. We've got a good look at Pottles, the throttle here. She's still trying to fight. Oh, no, troubles. I see Dial getting spun out there. Oh, no.
And El Blanco's in it, guys.
El Blanco, unfortunately, was in it indeed. Tough break for him. Dirt GBX and Dr. Robbie looked like they were in there as well. That is just a tough break. No, I think they're going to call a caution.
Yeah.
Caution's out. Oh, Dr. Robbie, he just took a lick there. What happened there?
Hey, guys, I think I just heard our in-race reporter.
I heard him. I was just wondering when he would start talking. Archon, tell us on the track, how does it feel, and what do you think about this insane racing so far?
That's fun. I can tell you 2 tires don't work.
Now we know how you got up front there.
No fuel, 2 tires. But no, it's fun. It's hard to pass. There's plenty of lanes to run, but there's cars in all of them, so it's you just got to be patient. But yeah, it's a fun race.
Archon, I saw you testing out that high line. Is it something you're trying to plan out for the end of the race here?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep. After about 10 laps, that high line really takes off.
All right. Well, strategy seems to be coming into play here for you, Archon.
Hey guys, I noticed he was the only one up there, so I wonder if anybody else's car is not liking up there, or if he's just Mr. High Wide handsome rattlesnake himself.
Well, if I could say one thing, and that this little rattlesnake just spit again because he's not pitting on him. So, but if that high line works, then you know what? I've always been taught something, and I think maybe you guys can agree with this. But if you're good at something, do it better than everybody else, and that's how you will win at these races. So I think Rattlesnake just played his mind games and struck on him already. So we'll have to see how this goes as the drivers are exiting pit or did not pit. How many? What do we got laps wise over there, Archon? How are you guys holding up on that?
36 of 50. So we're getting into the stage. So my tires are at 98%. That's why I took that. So I'm gonna get off here and get ready for this restart, man. Have fun watching.
All right. Thank you again to our good friend, the Rattlesnake, Archon. Thank you, buddy. Well,
looks like we got about 4 cars that stayed out. We got Archon, K-Taddy, Serenity, and Atkins all stayed out on that caution here.
Looks like Dial did too, guys. I look from or if I
I don't think he was ahead there. Yeah, I think he just did not pit.
I would have jumped it. Was Dial in a wreck?
Dial was in a wreck. Yeah, he got spun out and back. I saw him in the back stretch there. He was spinning.
Huh. All right, see you guys.
Okay. Well, that's how it works sometimes, folks. Sometimes you get a good conversation in, and sometimes they just like to sneak in on you. Oh well. All right, guys, we're gonna get to the green flag here. Next lap around, it looks like.
Yep, looks like they've been the one to go. Bring next time by, guys.
Flag high in the air. Flagman saying 1 to go here indeed. All right, McCarthy and Sparkles, I'll give you this one chance to change your vote. What do you think so far that you might need a change on?
Ooh, I kind of like Archon's strategy of running that high line, because basically it almost seems like to me it goes back to that old strategy of run where they're not, and he's running where they're not, so he is getting some clean air up there. That may be the way to go, and it might be the winning thing if he can hold it up there.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to stay true to my pick. Pauls was rooting me on last night in my truck series, so I'm going to pull for her and root her on tonight. And let's stick with my pick, guys. Even though she's a little ways back here, but we've still got it's about 13, 14 laps to go. I think she can work her way back up here and be contenders with Dial and Thunder and Dylan up here.
All right, I think I'll stick with my my Thunder Funk pick because, well, frankly, I'm not going to disrespect my guy that chose me over the few times we've raced, and honestly, I would like to see him at least get somewhere from last place. Green flag high in the air. This is going to be one for the finish for folks. 13 laps remain at Southern California's Auto Club Speedway. Who wants it more?
That being said, though, I'm still picking Joey.
Yeah, that being said, you still keep Joey. Okay. Well, looks like Archon's trying to stick to his strategy from the bottom end, trying to block everybody off. He's got JD Atkins, the number 14, right behind him, and now Dial getting a draft off him. Looks like Archon's going to stay true and not go to the tie line yet. He's staying to the bottom.
Yeah, I think he's going to give it about 4 or 5 laps. Let those tires kind of warm up, get some tire pressure in there, and see what everybody else does before he just goes up to the high wide enhancement line.
I mean, he did say that 10 laps in, like those tires would burn up enough to where he can get to the high line, so it may be a smart thinking, but right now I can tell you one person who's trying to think as much as he is. It's the number 14 JD Atkins and the number 12 of Dial trying to dial his own number up. JD is just trying to make a remnant of the season and try to get back into the points hunt. Side by side they're going here in the back stretch here, folks. A lot of good racing going on.
Yeah, definitely, guys.
Oh, we got to spin around down the back. Someone has spun out. What? I don't know if they're going to call a caution on that. 36, I believe that was, I can't remember. That was JR there.
JKR.
No, JR.
JR, I'm sorry, yeah, JR.
Yep.
Yeah, JKR, I think he drives, I don't remember which one he drives now. I think he drives a 2.
We went through the lineup. Oh, guys, they're 3 wide again.
Yep, I caught it right here. Pauls Dylan and number 2, JKR, they are going side by side. It's a battle for the lead here and a battle just to get up to the front. Look at this here, folks. We might go 4 wide coming down the back, coming down turn 3 and 4, side by side, 3 wide, 4 wide. Deadpool trying to put himself in there into contention. Down the front straightaway here, folks. You got a good look at it here as these drivers are just battling back and forth. The leader right now holding on, Archon, the Rattlesnake, still trying to wait for the right moment to strike as Dial now goes side by side with him. And it's a 4-wide battle back in the back yet again. Oh, no.
Problems!
Big problem. I saw King Joe in the 88 there. Unfortunately, got really loose. And JKR spun. The caution has come out.
Oh man!
The flagman called the caution that time. Last caution was the manual. That was the booth caution, as we call it, folks. That's when the people in the booth where we're at right now, about I'd say about 20 feet away from us, because we got to keep that 6 feet rule apart away from us. That's when they give that rule of thumb, saying, "Hey, the flagman didn't call it. Someone give him a pair of binoculars and tell him for the love of God, get these guys slowing down and get this re-racked and restacked. These guys deserve a fair chance."
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
boy.
And sometimes it's just a flagman not be able to see, like you said, with maybe his binoculars fell or.
No, I'm looking for results, not excuses, Miss McCarthy. Don't you be giving me that.
Might be something in his coffee.
There you go.
Look up front here, guys. Archon and Kate Taddy, the number 32 and the number 21 will battle it out. Jeep Free in the 19. He just got a big run off that. Now he is going to have a chance, but Dial is still in the top 5 here, so he has a chance as well. We're coming down to our last 6 laps here, folks, of the race. Anybody's ball game. It's a race to the finish. Here we go.
Boy, now Taddy up front. Oh, I heard a doink back there. I don't know who that was.
We got Dylan bouncing around back here. We've got the 19 bouncing around. We've got Atkins giving Dylan a nice shove down the backstretch here. There are all kinds of crazy back here, guys.
The Rattlesnake Archon yet again made a move around K-Taddy and takes that spot, but here comes Dial. He dialed up his own number and called it good. He's got to the front. He's in first place. Oh, we got big troubles here. The 22, Matt VW, and the 48 of Naughty Milk Duds. Get into it there.
Is he going to keep it going? Looks like he's going to keep it going, guys. Barely.
Flagman's not calling it yet.
Caution.
Neither is the booth. Oh, they're going to call a caution. We were going 4 wide there for a second.
Oh, man.
Oh, we're still going. Nope, no caution.
Oh, no,
4 wide down the
caution.
back straightaway here, folks. Can they hold it? Going down, still 4 wide, little 5 wide action. You gotta be kidding me, guys. Look at this.
Oh, man.
Can these guys ever stop doing that? This is incredible.
It looked like they were going to go 6 wide, guys.
How in the world are you going to pull a 6 wide here of all things? I don't even know how you do that.
Guys, where did Thunder come from? Look at him in Archon.
Right now, Thunder is battling to get up there. Currently, Archon now going up high. Oh, he bumps into there. He got a little loose. Big problems in the back. They are loose. 4 drivers involved. Will the caution come out? It's late in the race where they call the caution.
Oh. Archon took a second big hit, guys. I hope he's okay.
Caution's called, folks.
Caution is called.
This time it was done by the flagman. Yep, he had his binoculars on and he's not sipping that coffee. I told you I wanted results and he finally gave it to me.
So it looks
Maybe
like
all them
we are-
suggestion box slips in your Crusader finally worked out, huh?
I swear for my suggestion box I'm going to get something about stop being a motor mouth on the broadcast and on the racetrack from one of the drivers. My response, I'll just give him a winky face.
There you go.
I think we're going to go down to...
Any suggestions, just put them in the suggestion box. Is that right, guys?
I think we're going to go to the overtime here, folks. I think that that last caution was done at the 48 lap mark out of 50, so I believe we're going into overtime. Waiting for the results from the booth here.
Yep.
And yep, we are going into overtime. It's overtime here at Auto Club. It's a sprint to finish. Who wants it more? Put the pedal to the metal, guys. Let's see who can do it. Dial looking to dial up his... Checkers or records, that sounds about right. Dial looking to dial up his own number yet again, but here comes the number 18 of Deadpool, one of the fastest guys on this race series. He has been fighting, but JD Atkins is also right there with him. And look at this. I talked about it earlier, the 00 of El Blanco. He's come back. He's here. Whoa. And Thunderfunk, the doctor, has been called up. He's trying to make his move in there. Anybody's race coming down the front straightaway here out of turn 4. Dial starting to pull away a little bit. 3 wide for second place between the 24 Thunderfunk and oh no! OG got loose.
Big accident.
Big trouble. Big caution. We got trouble in the front straightaway here, folks. Are they gonna call the caution? Yay, caution's been called. Was it past the line? Yes, it looks like it was. The race is over.
That's it.
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, let's take a look at the results here. Results are finally up here. It was dialed. He dialed up his own number and took the win. Dr. Squatch was called up but didn't quite have enough time to get into the surgery room, but he managed to pull out a second place finish. Deadpool will finish in top 3. JD Atkins, what a run he had, made it to 4th, and Dirt GBX3 rounding out your top 5 in tonight's race.
Man, I hope Dylan's okay. He went flying like a spinning top there right at the end.
Yeah, he took a good lick and a good run, unfortunately. That's a tough break for him there. Deadpool with the fastest lap. Wow, look at that. The 21st fastest, time-wise, was G-Pre. Man, those are some blasting times, though. Like, look at those. 38s, 39s. Man, I was running earlier. I was just lucky if I could get into the 39s. I was running 40s on my own. All right, guys, we're going to bring everybody in the booth here and get ready to go for a little post-race interview. To everyone that tuned in tonight, all 13, 14, I think we even had 15 at one point. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. We hope you enjoyed that race. didn't quite end the way we wanted, but in racing sometimes it just doesn't turn out that way. But nonetheless, it was a great race to say the least, and we hope you enjoyed every minute of it. Be sure to stick around for some post-race interview. We get a word from everybody about how that race went. I can't wait to hear what Al has to say about this one. He seems to love this place more than anything.
He had a good run. He definitely had a strong car all race.
He really did, yeah. And then you got to give credit where credit's due to these drivers. They've worked their tail ends off each and every week, just trying to figure out a setup for these tracks. They try to figure out with everything going on, and yet they are able to pull off such incredible feats as the 5-wide racing we were seeing earlier, the incredible side-by-side action for the lead, or just even trying to get into the top 5, because they know at this point we're getting down the wire for points. You got to have nothing but respect for those guys out there to do it. And speaking of that, our race winner here tonight in Auto Club is Mr. Dial and the number 12. Dial, congratulations running that Menards number 12 into victory lane here tonight. Maybe not the way you were expecting it to be, but nonetheless a victory. How did you feel about that tonight?
Pretty good. I knew I had a fast car. Didn't know how fast though. Ran up front. Got caught there. I don't know, car just spun around there in the 3rd stage. Had to stay out to get track position. Got back to the front, and how things played out, I guess how I needed them to, and a win's a win, however you can get it, I guess.
It really is indeed. You really pulled off an incredible performance tonight. You never seemed like you ever left the top 8, top 10 area with this incredible field of 21 drivers just battling it out to get to that top spot. But it seemed like whenever you were up front, like you were just pulling away with all that clean air going through.
Oh, my car was really bad in traffic. It was so bad in the draft. It's actually, my car was set up, it was much faster just out front. When I'd get in dirty air, it wouldn't turn, but when I get out front, man, I could just sail away.
Absolutely, and tonight you did that as well. So again, congratulations, Mr. Dial, on the PPG Menards number 12. He put it in victory lane here tonight. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
All right, second place finisher, number 24. That is Dr. Squatch himself, Thunder Funk. Mr. Funk, you did tell me last night if I was gonna pick you, put you in dead last. Well, I said you were gonna be in dead last tonight, but you definitely weren't anywhere near that of all things at the finish. So maybe I guess it worked out in the end, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. If that caution, we took that white flag right there. If that caution didn't came out, I would have beat them, I'm sure. I was sailing in a 1, and I was trying to get past them far enough because I knew that caution was going to come out, and just ran out of time. I had a fast car, though. It was great all day. It was real racy.
They look real racy, but like we said before, and I think me and McCarthy and Sparklicious were calling the booth too. We were like, man, he's getting up there and he's still fighting. You had to take on the old rattlesnake. You had to take on Dial. He was dialing up his own number.
I apologize to Archon actually. I adored him right there a little bit. Everybody's getting all shuffly right there, and he went in 1 and 2, and he burped it up a little bit, and I was going so fast I didn't have time to slow down, and I was as low as I could go. I was painting that white line in 1 and 2, and I knew if I would have touched below that, I was going to pile everybody up, and I just barely nicked his door, and I feel kind of bad for that. But
hey, you know what? In the great words of in the great words of Dale Earnhardt Sr. said this a long time ago. That's just racing, brother.
Well, I guess.
It's gonna happen though, man. Like I've done it before. I think you and I have done it. I know McCarthy and Sparkalicious. We've all had our moments, haven't we?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gosh, I was so freaking close, man. I just want to win a cup race so bad, and that was my one good shot for a
Thunder,
while.
When you won stage 2, man, we were all up here in the booth pulling for you. Trust me, it was we were all standing up, 6 feet away, obviously, and hooting and hollering and just wondering if this is, the start of many things to come for you.
Yeah, we can definitely ensure you.
He was the one pushing the heck out of me there that last lap. Coming to the last lap.
Yeah, we saw that the draft played a real big effect in the night's race. It looked like too as well.
Yeah, and that 00, he was fast. I just kept following him, and we was cutting through the field. That That was a fun race. I can't wait till we race there again. Always a
Absolutely,
good time
man.
there.
Well, before we let you go here, we do want to let you know that old Mama Funk was watching tonight. She was rooting and
Oh
hollering
yeah,
for you, so we
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
having
She
her on as
messaged me on my
always.
phone. Thanks, Mama. Love you. Oh, Mama Funk.
Mama Funk, Mama
I
Squatch, it
finally
don't
got in
matter what
here.
we almost put him in victory lane. Mama Funk, he'll get it next time, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
finally got in one of these top 3 podiums. This is the first time ever.
There you go.
Congratulations, Thunder Funk, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Mr. Thunder Funk, Dr. Squatch. You can call him what you will. He's in second place tonight here at Auto Club.
Thanks,
Uh,
guys.
all right, guys, and tonight in the third final spot for the podium, we had Mr. Deadpool. Deadpool, you really were working your way up from the back to the front like you did at Las Vegas. You didn't quite catch that win like you did in Vegas, but tonight you definitely proved why you're one of the elite drivers out here trying to take on these other tough, extreme elite drivers as well.
Yeah, man. I didn't get the win tonight like I did in Vegas, but, dude, that was one heck of a race, man. I had to back out in qualifying because I was running some testing on the track, and I shut my shifter off, and I forgot to turn it back on, so I had to jump out of qualifying to go turn the shifter back on. And I started dead last, and, worked my way up through the field. I had a really, really super fast car. I was able to run a high line and pass people coming off of 2 and carry that momentum down the backstretch, man. I give props to the people that help me each and every week to get these cars ready. NASCAR Extreme, my buddy Phoenix, a few of the guys in our little group. Shout out to them boys. Man, I loved it. I had a lot of fun. I told Dial, I said that was his payback to me for Las Vegas when that caution came out and I won that race. So this was payback, so we're even now.
Everything all evens out over time, brother. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, driving the number 18 here tonight, put it in the third, Mr. Deadpool himself. Congratulations on a top 3 finish tonight, buddy.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate the commentating. You always do a wonderful job. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I think we all are, right?
At this point. All right, guys. Well, another Sparkalicious and one McCarthy, another night in the books. And after last night, we were rocking and rolling there. That was a lot of fun. But tonight, man, I love being in the booth with you guys and just talking about this incredible racing.
Yeah, I definitely think. Tonight was a lot better than last night, in my opinion.
I don't disagree with that one. I'll say. Go ahead.
When you got a good group of guys and girls like this and that run these cars, and it really makes our job a lot easier than what it seems. We can have fun and call the race, and these guys do our work for us pretty much. It seems like.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk much about last night. It almost makes me want to think of staying in the booth full time after that run last night. So I'm not even going to talk about last night. But again, it just seems like tonight. It just seems like it's almost like I put in the same DVD back in from last week. It was almost the same exact race. Almost it was intense. It almost looked like a Talladega Daytona type race with everybody all over the place. And again, it ended under caution, just like the last one did, and just like Deadpool said, it was almost kind of a reverse of what happened at Vegas. So it was fun to watch another intense race by these guys.
Indeed, indeed. And once again, folks, if you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed already to our YouTube channel to catch all this amazing racing, not just here in the Custom Pro Cup Series, but tomorrow night in the Semi-Pro Xfinity Series, we will be going Las Vegas. So what we were calling, now we're going to be running. So that'll be a lot of fun to say the least, as well as also last night, hopefully you checked that out as well, the Truck Series. We hope we put on a show for you last night. We had a lot of fun racing and going side by side on that tricky track of Bristol. But nonetheless, guys, it has been an incredible night to say the least. Again, congratulations to Dial on a top finish tonight, as well as to Thunder Funk and Deadpool for their top 3 finishes. Tomorrow night, we said it before, we'll say it again. Tomorrow night, we will be live yet again here on the PTM Racing Channel at 8 Eastern, and we will be here, as you see on your screen, folks, at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Semi-Pro Xfinity Series. One more shout out to our sponsors here at Dirt Tracking for your mobile Android and iOS devices. The best mobile dirt track racing game on the market is, as we've already said before, free to play. One of the best games out there. If you can't race with us here on the track, or you can't go to the track right now with all the circumstances going on, look no further than Dirt Tracking for your mobile Android and iOS devices. One of the best games to get your dirt tracking fix in anywhere you go, as well as Courtesy Chrysler and Jeep out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania. If you're looking for the best hot rod to get, or you're looking for something new to try out, look no further than Courtesy Chrysler and Jeep out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania. They've got the best stuff out there, to say the least. McCarthy, Sparkalicious, we got to call it a night, but it has been an absolute pleasure working with you guys tonight. Can't wait to race you tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely. We'll I think we'll all three go at it hard along with everybody else. And hopefully, come the last couple of races, we'll be able to have some fans in the stands and actually put a show on for these people in the stands, other than just watching us.
Definitely agree with you there. definitely kind of empty out there without them out there. So it'd be great to have some fans out there watching us.
I don't know what you all were talking about. We had a packed house here, to say the least, an Auto Club live and on the track, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. But nonetheless, it's been an incredible night of action. Thank you again for working with me tonight, and thank you again to all our friends, family, and drivers out there. We appreciate everything you guys give to us. We hope you put on a show for you tonight. This is Crusader signing off from Sparkalicious and McCarthy. Have a good night, everybody.